and to the republic for which it stands.
You're watching your hometown information station, CBTV 17.
Call the meeting order. Let the record show all members of council are present. Do we have a motion for the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Is there discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. This evening, we do have 4 proclamations to read. April is a busy month in the city, and so I'm not going to read them all. There are some people here that will accept them. And the first proclamation is the City of Council Bluffs, Iowa Office of Mayor Proclamation. The rolling landscapes and natural forested beauty of its river valleys define Iowa as the beautiful land. Whereas Keep Iowa Beautiful, a state affiliate of Keep America Beautiful, works with Keep Council Bluffs Beautiful, government organizations, private companies, communities, counties, and volunteer service groups statewide to conduct litter prevention, recycling, beautification, community and landscape enhancement, and increased volunteerism and waste minimization programs and projects. Now I would like to declare the month of April as Keep Iowa Beautiful Month, which has also been declared by Governor Branstad. City of Council Bluffs Office of Mayor Proclamation, whereas libraries have historically served as our nation's great equalizers of knowledge by providing free access to all. Libraries design and offer programs to meet their community's economic needs, providing residents with resume writing classes, interviewing workshops, and job-seeking resources. Whereas libraries, librarians, library workers, and supporters across America are celebrating National Library Week, April 8th through the 14th, 2012, and we will declare that National Library Week. City of Council Bluffs Office of the Mayor Proclamation, whereas April 2012 marks the 44th anniversary of the enactment of Title VIII of the Civil Rights Act of 1968. This landmark legislation was amended in 1988 by the Fair Housing Amendments Act, which expanded coverage of Title VIII of the 1968 Act. Whereas we must join together and translate our commitment into a clear living reality by reaffirming our individual commitments and ensuring that fair housing practices and equal opportunity in housing does in fact exist in all our neighborhoods across this great land, and so declare the Fair Housing Month, April. The last one is the City of Council Bluffs, Iowa Office of Mayor Proclamation. Whereas the existing industries of Council Bluffs are an essential segment of the city's economy, providing employment for local residences, contributing revenues, and greatly enhancing the area's quality of life. And whereas public awareness and understanding of the importance of existing industry to our local economy and quality of life are vital to the preservation of a favorable business climate. And we do hereby proclaim the week of April 9th through the 13th, 2012, as Existing Industry Appreciation Week. With that, we have some people are here to receive these proclamations on behalf of their organizations, on behalf of the city and the city council. We do appreciate the work all 4 of these people. Proclamations are rather important so that we recognize and acknowledge the people in the community. And as I said at the Realtors breakfast the other day, it's amazing the changes that we've had in our community in the respect that there have been over 6,000 new homes built since 1990, and our population has grown and the diversity of our community has changed dramatically. But the important thing is that our realtors have done a wonderful job of being fair and equal so that everybody has a chance to buy a house and it's fair and equal, which wasn't that way prior to 1968. So I want to commend the realtors. Inky Westfall is on the state board for Keep Iowa Beautiful. Barbara is here from the library, and who else?
Bill's here from the industry.
And Bill Cizzoni is here from the economic development people. Again, thank you, and we do appreciate it, and I'll hand these out to you.
Oh, we're being too fast.
Yeah.
Missed the photo opportunity.
You missed it. You have to do it again.
There's our librarian.
Thank you.
I think it's going to be a group shot.
I don't think it's going to work out.
Civil Rights Commission
invited
Rolling.
for the fair housing, so come on in.
Rolling landscape. That's you. Wait a minute, they all gotta get the picture.
You should be in the picture, Tom.
Well,
You don't want to be in there? Okay.
Panorama.
Mr. Mayor, could I just, for a moment, we just have some special guests here on behalf of Fair Housing Week. I just wanted to introduce Joe Garcia. He's the director of the Fair Housing Center over in Omaha that also has a center over here in Council Bluffs. And this is the assistant director, Tim Butts, who's also here this evening. And I just wanted to commend them on behalf of the Civil Rights Commission and the city for the work that they do here for us. We ourselves, as a Civil Rights Commission here, do not have a contract with HUD. So the Fair Housing Center assists us in handling housing complaints. And I just want to point out to the City Council how much we appreciate the Fair Housing Center and the support that they've given us in our caseload, testing, investigations, outreach and education. They're just an invaluable partner with us.
Well, thank you, and thank you for being here this evening.
Thank you very much.
Well, and most of these organizations are volunteer, and they do a good job, so they are very important to our community. This evening, we do have a group of public hearings, resolutions, items for discussion. If you'd like to speak to council, please step to the microphone, give your name and address for the record. This is a time and place for a public hearing as advertised in the matter of Community Development Department's recommendation to hold public hearing regarding a request for redevelopment proposals on property located in the Nash Boulevard urban renewal area, postponing action until May 7th, 2012. Is proof of publication on file?
It is on file.
Have any written protests been received?
None received.
Are there any oral protests this matter? People speaking against? Anyone here speaking in favor? That ends the public hearing. Dick, what is the council's pleasure?
I had no direction on that. Move forward with it.
Motion to postpone till May 7th, 2012.
Second.
Is there discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. This is a time and place for a public hearing as advertised in the matter of Ordinance 6152, amending Chapter 15.24, supplemental use and site development regulations by enacting a new section 15.24.085 to be entitled Satellite Dish Regulations. This is continued from March 12, 2012. Is proof of publication on file?
It is on file.
Have any written protests been received?
None received.
Are there any oral protests this matter? People speaking against? Anyone here speaking in favor? That ends the public hearing. Was the council's pleasure?
Motion to table the ordinance.
Second.
The motion is to table, and with a table, if it's not a certain date, it will die, and if it comes back, it'll have to start from the beginning. Any other discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. This is the time and place for a public hearing as advertised in the matter of ordinances regarding an interest in urban gardening throughout the community. The proposal text amendments propose a series of definitions to classify various garden types and/or uses and proposes a way in which to regulate them or in some cases exempt them from regulations. Consideration should be given to the type and intensity of a variety of gardening and/or agricultural uses and how the land use may positively and/or negatively impact adjoining properties. C1, Ordinance 6153, amending Chapter 15.03, definitions by adding Section 15.03.302A, Garden Residential Household, Section 15.03.302B, Garden and Institutional Organizational, and Section 15.03.302C, Gardens Private Multiple Use or Off-Premise, and amending Section 15.03.312 Greenhouse Commercial, and Section 15.03.345 Horticultural and Crop Production. C2, Ordinance 6154, amending Chapter 15.24, Supplemental Use and Site Development Regulations by amending Sections 15.24.020, accessory uses to add garden, residential, household, and garden institutional organizational. C3, Ordinance 6155, amending Chapter 15.02, Administrative and Enforcement by amending Section 15.02.110, Temporary Use Permit to add 8 gardens, private, multiple user off-premise. Is proof of publication on file?
It is on file.
Have any written protests been received?
None received.
Are there any oral protests to this matter? People speaking against? Anyone here speaking in favor? Yes, sir.
My name's Mike Massey, and I put in for a permit to occupy city property.
I need your address, Mike.
I live at 1816 South 13th Street here in
Thank
the
you.
Bluffs.
Thank you.
And I've been waiting for a month, to hear from the city and that, and I hope this does pass, because what I do with the vegetables I don't sell, I give to our local pantries. And I average about 15,000 pounds of produce a year to these organizations. I have the South Side, Mom's Place, the Micah House, Salvation Army. I have all Fifth Avenue Methodist and 5 other churches I give to every year, almost between 15 to 20,000 pounds of free produce. See, and it feeds 10,000 people. And I wish I could get this property so I can increase that give at my own expense. And I ask for nothing in return, but let me garden the property. That's all. That's all
Thank
I
you.
have to say, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Ladies.
Anyone else speaking this evening? That ends the public hearing. Was the council's pleasure?
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion on the floor and a second to approve. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. This is the time and place for a public hearing as advertised in the matter of Resolution 12-12, authorizing the mayor to submit an application for the FY 2013 State Transit Assistance. Is proof of publication on file?
It is on file.
Have any written protests been received?
None received.
Are there any oral protests to this matter? People speaking against? Anyone here speaking in favor? That ends the public hearing. Was the council's pleasure?
Move the resolution.
Second.
Is there discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. This is the time and place for a public hearing as advertised in the matter of Resolution 12-113, approving the plan, specification, form of contract, and cost estimate for the South 6th Street Rehabilitation Project, 9th Avenue to 10th Avenue, FY 13-21. Is proof of publication on file?
It is on file.
Have any written protests been received?
None received.
Are there any oral protests to this matter? People speaking against? Anyone here speaking in favor? That ends the public hearing. Was the council's pleasure?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Is there discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. This is the time and place for a public hearing as advertised in the matter of Resolution 12-114, approving the plan, specification, form of contract, and cost estimate for the South First Street Neighborhood Rehab, Phase 3 Project FY 13-12. Is proof of publication on file?
It is on file.
Have any written protests been received?
None received.
Are there any oral protests to this matter? People speaking against? Anyone here speaking in favor? That ends the public hearing. Was the council's pleasure?
Move the resolution.
Second.
Is there discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. This is the time and place for a public hearing as advertised in the matter of Resolution 12-115, approving the plan, specification, and form of contract for the Fairview Cemetery Roads Project. Is proof of publication on file?
It is on file.
Have any written protests been received?
None received.
Are there any oral protests to this matter? People speaking against? Anyone here speaking in favor?
My name's Naomi Linen. I live at 449 Glen Avenue, and I'm also the vice president of the Downtown Neighborhood Association. And we would like to thank the council and offer any assistance on this matter.
Thank you. Anyone else?
My name's Ken Freudenberg, and I live at 510 Oakland Avenue. And as president of the Lincoln Fairview Neighborhood Association, I'd like to thank the council, Mayor Hannafin, and Larry Foster, the Parks Department, for working on this proposal. As a resident of the neighborhood, I love the beauty of that cemetery, and the neighborhood uses it as a place to jog, to walk, and just to go up and enjoy the beauty and serenity of it. So I know with everything that happened last year with all the flooding and that this got pushed back a bit, but our neighborhood sure appreciates your consideration of this project. And just tell you that we're in full support of it, and then we also offer any assistance we can. Thank you.
Thank you. This evening. That ends the public hearing. Was the council's pleasure.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Is there discussion?
Only that Iowa West Foundation should be noted as a contributor to that, and so thank them also for financial support.
And their financial support, it's actually 50% Iowa West and 50% the city, so appreciate it.
Well, and I want to thank the Neighborhood Association, Larry, for the job that they've done. As we had a public meeting, a number of people came, and that cemetery was a gift to the city many years ago, a gift that came with no cash. And obviously, it's a beautiful old cemetery, and we've been trying to patch that thing together for years with what we had. Without making a real commitment to this, we wouldn't get it done. And the grant that we had were for 2 projects after the flood last year. Cut it down to 1 project. We're going to get this one done this year and hopefully move to the next one next year. But without the support of the neighborhood, obviously we wouldn't be here. And by getting that grant, that's going to make a difference. So we think the cemetery would be a much better place, and it'll help. It'll be a great addition to the neighborhood, and it is a grand old cemetery in our community, and it's well worth the investment. So thank you for your commitment. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Madam Clerk.
Resolutions, Resolution 12-117, abolishing 6 plant operator 2 positions, AFSCME grade 20, and 3 plant operator 1 positions, AFSCME grade 18, and replacing them with a newly created position of 8 plant operator, AFSCME grade 20, and 1 plant utility worker, AFSCME grade 15, at the wastewater treatment plant within the Public Works Department.
Motion to approve?
Second?
Is there discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Resolution 12-118, authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute an agreement with MFT Construction for the 34th Avenue Reconstruction Project, FY 12-16.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Is there discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Resolution 12-119, authorizing a joint application to the Iowa Economic Development Authority by the Council Bluffs Enterprise Zone Commission and Western Iowa Land Development, LLC, for enterprise zone benefits.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Is there discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Resolution 12-120, authorizing the mayor to execute a waiver agreement between the city, Cuesta LLC, and Gable Corporation.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Is there discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Resolution 12-121, authorizing the mayor to execute demolition contracts with Anderson Excavation.
Motion to approve. I'm not sure, I don't have it open to the right page, and I'm not sure.
Well, why don't you just go ahead?
I've got it, I was gonna make an
Okay,
amendment.
We'll make motion to approve.
Defer to.
Second.
Okay, motion to approve and a second. Now, discussion.
And then I'd like to make a motion to amend the, to just the last three on the list, which would be 111 Vine Street, 16 North First Street, and 18 North First Street, being the only ones that we would be dealing with tonight.
Second.
Okay, that's an amendment. Discussion on the amendment. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. And now the resolution as amended. Any other discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Resolution 12-122, authorizing the mayor to execute the amendment to offer to buy and acceptance and to take all action necessary to consummate the transaction between the City of Council Bluffs and Bunge North America Incorporated.
Motion to postpone until April 23rd.
Second.
Is there discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Resolution 12-123, authorizing the mayor to execute the service agreement between the City of Council Bluffs and the Council Bluffs Area Chamber of Commerce.
Motion to approve with the swapping out of the new text on section 14 as presented by the city attorney.
Second.
Correct, I'm sorry, Dick. That'll work. We just want to make sure that it's done the correct way. Okay, that'll work. That's legal. And we have a motion on the floor and a second. Is there discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Resolution 12-124, authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute an agreement with Bluss Paving for the Dodge Riverside Golf Course Cart Path Project.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Is there discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Applications for permits and cancellations 7A through D.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Is there discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. That ends the printed agenda for this evening. Anyone from the audience like to speak with the council? Anyone from the council this evening? With that, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Move.
Second.
All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. We stand adjourned.